Tune into news across the galaxy, where they talk all things LA Galaxy with the Nag Boys. Let's start nagging.
Dancing Pirate though.
Bro, Dancing Pirate.
Dancing Pirate, come on, go.
How did he?
Eat
How
it
did,
low.
how did he become? How did he become a pirate? I don't understand.
I don't know. So the whole thing is because of the earrings that I wear. Calling me El Pirata Cuscatleco.
And you know that peg leg that you like to carry around?
My peg leg.
The one that you used to beat that horse with.
Hey, you're just into all that freaky shit, huh, Brian?
Okay, is what it is.
Before anything,
Just a chug of a beer. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll join you for that. Too chewy.
Just keep going.
yeah, to Chewy. Happy early birthday, Chewy.
Yeah, happy early birthday, Chewy.
Thank you. 3 more hours to go.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
there we go.
Oh.
Well,
Actually, 2.5.
well, unfortunately, first, welcome to News Across the Galaxy, where we talk all things LA Galaxy. My name's Eddie. As always, El Pirata Estúpido. What was your name?
Cuscatleco.
Oh, okay. Close enough.
Cusca.
Este no es el pirata Morgan, es el pirata Brian. No sé.
Pirata Morgan. That dude's badass.
Well, Brian's here. Say what up, Brian. With all his
Yes, I'm here.
enthusiasm.
I mean,
We got Chewy in the house. Well, in his house, not in the house, but his own place.
Of course. What up?
And Edgar's still in that weird pig fetish dungeon that he was going on.
A dungeon where I build jerseys like this.
yeah, that's a lovely jersey, by the way.
Thank you.
It is. That's a nice flex, bro. That's what you guys should do.
It's a nice flag.
You know, we talk about like stuff to get client out and shit, not spend money on the Galaxy. Go on eBay, go on off-road, go buy old shit. You know, go if you have the urge to buy stuff. That doesn't help client's job. That's one way.
true.
You know, that's a perfect thing for you to start off with real quick, because I was actually gonna say that the reason I'm wearing this jersey and this hat right now, there's two reasons why. One, back in the day, LA Galaxy, you know, they stood for something because they play their asses off. They're one of the best teams in the league, even when they didn't win. You knew it wasn't because of a lack of trying. It's just, you know, something happened. You know, somebody got injured or they just got screwed in a play. But you know, these guys tried, and you knew it. And things have changed, right? But another reason I'm wearing his hat right here, this LA Kings hat, is because this is a reminder that this team is also owned by AEG. But in the past week, they completely turned the whole league upside down, and now everybody's looking at the LA Kings as one of the contenders for the Stanley Cup for next year. They made all the deals that they need to make. They're using daddy's money to get the best players in the league, man. And they're putting together like a juggernaut. Meanwhile, back at the farm,
That's all good though, bro. You know, we got that summer signing Costa coming.
oh yeah, you know, the bet. It's what, summer Costa is better than winter Costa, or is that what we're saying, or spring Costa?
I feel like
It's better than Costa on a boat.
Summer Costa is available.
It's gonna be drunker Costa or something, bro.
Summer Costa is kind of aggressive, bro.
Yeah, and we'll get to that. But you know, I'm all disappointed with the way the lack of transfer rumors are going. But you know, it was a good day. I woke up today. I'm like, cool. The NBA trade window is free agencies. The free agency's up today. Hell yeah, let's go Lakers. Psych.
Fuck. That's even worse.
Yeah, dude. I was talking to my coworker. He was all fucking mad. I could hear him. Fuck. Because Bleacher Report, he was getting mad at getting the Kyrie fucking rumors and stuff. The Kyrie and Durant. He's like, all these fucking rumors, we don't get shit. I'm like, bro, You're lucky you're not a
These
Galaxy
are
fan.
rumors.
Yeah,
These are rumors, bro.
yeah. And then
Galaxy are only rumored to CDMs and center backs.
and then I got over here
You know,
LAFC Clippers signing fucking Bale and shit. So
don't compare LAFC to the Clippers. I've told you
Never.
that already, man.
Yeah, don't
No,
ever do
come
that.
on.
Come on.
The Clippers are completely organic, man. LAFC is
And-
plastic.
And they have more playoff wins than the fucking Chivas USA. So eat a dick.
whatever. Fool. I'm mad today. You know what? Fool, for Chewy, go Spurs. Fool. There you go.
Spurs. There you go. For Chewy, go Spurs.
There you go. Go Spurs. I like Tomjanovich, man.
Are we gonna
Hey,
talk
so
about this or not?
who won the playoffs in NBA?
What do you mean?
You know, I don't know.
Or did they play the whole thing already?
Yeah, the
we-
Warriors are
Yeah,
the
the
champions
Warriors
again.
won the
Colorado
Yeah.
Avalanche won everything.
We called that from the
Wait,
beginning.
wasn't it the Avalanche?
For the Warriors?
Hmm? As soon as Klay Thompson
Colorado?
got healthy, you knew these guys were gonna make a run to the finals.
That was an easy call.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, whatever. We should have
Game
betted on
7 would
that
have
too.
been nice though.
We should have betted on that too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Every NBA drunk talk we and you had, fuck the fucking Warriors, fool, gonna be back, fool. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
fool.
once
why
Klay
even-
Thompson comes
why
back,
why even have a season, fool?
yeah, and we were right.
Yeah.
We were
Drunk
fucking right.
needs to learn how to bet.
Yep.
Nah, don't do that.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Hey,
so we're avoiding what's up?
Drunk you betted on Galaxy last time we were in Vegas.
False. Absolutely false. I'm not drunk
Hungover
Eddie.
Eddie.
Yeah, no, because I didn't drink that night before. Because the night before that was bad. So
Oh yeah.
sober Eddie got up,
GGs.
drunk, and was the only one that betted. Drunk, you guys didn't get up and bet.
Oh, we missed the
yeah.
bet.
We
I
stayed up
missed
till the sun came out, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's,
That was
let's do it again.
Yep.
Anyways,
You're
we're going
being
way out.
small,
We're
fellas.
going way out talking. We're going way out talking. We're supposed to be mad. Fuck
Well, I
all this
mean-
happy shit.
Well, that's the only happy thing we have to say. That we're gonna have a grand.
No.
weekend.
I have a happy thing to share.
All right,
I have a happy thing to share. I got a Jovic fact for you.
Ooh, let's go.
Oh,
You got Dejan Jovic. He can kill your imaginary friends.
Ooh.
damn.
I like
Look
it.
at Eddie.
I dig that one.
I dig that one. Fucking Jovic facts, bro.
Sorry,
gotta get
Bing
it.
Bong. Fuck.
Big Bong's dead already though.
Yeah.
No, he's gonna drag him out like the horse, dude.
Man, that's funny. You think he could kill Scary Terry?
Oh,
Ooh.
bitch.
Oh, Damn, Jovic versus Scary Terry. I give Jovic the upper hand for sure.
Ah, bitch.
Oh, bitch.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk shit about the LA Galaxy because
Fun's over. You guys ready to get mad?
that is getting bad.
Oh, dude. By the way, I had a funny moment. I was gonna try to get that Reynoso jersey, and I think I could have, because I was kind of like having a back and forth sort of with Adrian Heath. Brian was there. It wasn't much, but
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, a little back and forth with Adrian Heath, and I was like, all right, I got their attention. I'm gonna get Reynoso's jersey, but then the fight happened. Anyway, so I stayed behind, and after the game, I'm walking up the stairs, and we see where Klein's fucking suite is or whatever, and he's with
Yeah.
two other people, and they're all laughing or whatever, and I'm looking at them, and they make eye contact, and they laugh, and I turn and I go like point at the field like that, and they like all like a fucking glitch in the Matrix. All three of them like just at the same time break eye contact and turn away. Fucking losers.
Like, look at all the money we're making.
Jesus.
Like,
Yeah. And I'm sure, there was people that wanted to talk to Klein after the game, right?
Hey, talk.
Well, no, I mean, there's reasonable people out here, that actually want to have an actual conversation. The only thing is, having a conversation with Chris Klein at the end of the game, and one of those heated moments might not have been the best idea. I just think everyone's tired. What we saw on the pitch yesterday was very inexcusable.
The man,
At
the
least-
man
It's
has
for
to
the
make, the man has to make his money, bro. The man has to make his money, but I wish like he would just listen to like us and like people like me, Edgar, other fans have been like, like they've been fans like for so long. It's like, bro, you were liked when you were a player. Like you're like, if you love this club, just fucking leave, bro. You're tarnishing this club. At the same time, I don't think he's doing anything good for his resume. Maybe, well, I can't say that. I actually never seen the numbers, but I mean, from my point of view, it doesn't look like it. Empty seats. I can't imagine this jersey's doing too well. For sure, that pandemic white and silver jersey didn't do too well.
Mm.
So I mean, he's like tarnishing his legacy. I don't think he's doing much for his resume. It's like, bro, if you love this club, just just cut your losses and fucking leave, bro.
Then again, this
'Cause
is his career too. It's not something
that's
like,
what, but that too.
oh,
It's not like he's helping it. I don't think. It just again from my perspective, it doesn't seem like he's helping his career for whatever reason. He has a job. Somehow those numbers must be nice at the end of the year, but it doesn't
yeah,
look
Then
like
he's
he's
again,
hitting
doing.
numbers.
you gotta remember it's not just 1 year you do bad. It's your
You
the whole
you
time
know
you've been here.
you know what I think it is. I think he's cheap. That's why I think he's there.
He's cheap and he's actually hitting numbers. I think I've mentioned this on the Sunday show.
I know.
That
I
he
find
must be hitting some of those numbers. Those numbers.
he barely hits those numbers. Something I can't imagine he's doing great.
Because, well, fuck, because the shit on the field is not. Let's talk about what the fuck happened in the field. Let's do it.
Well, before we go talk about the field, what happened on the field. Sorry, I'm
Oh, that's Chewy. That's not
my
live here.
second,
There you
I'm
go.
my second or third one now. But anyway, um, so I've been thinking about like explain what happened on the field because if this game happened, let's say in the middle of a winning streak, right? The team's been winning some games, maybe some draws, and then we have this one, right? We could just be all like, damn it, the team laid an egg, you know. Let's just call it, just call it a mulligan, move on to the next one. Everything's gonna be okay. But because of how things have been ever since the return from the international break, this is just like it just punctuates some of the things that are wrong with the team right now. Now, it's not completely their fault though. And that's the thing I wanted to highlight, which is it was a series of circumstances that led about to this horrible 3-0, score at halftime.
Mm,
But I mean, it's just a bunch of stuff that happened. I mean, it wasn't like they weren't attacking. The Minnesota goalkeeper made some fine saves, but at the end, you have that halftime score at 3-0, and you look back at what happened in that first half, and you look back at the performance of some of the players, and you look back at some of the things that led to it, and it was frustrating uh, in so many different ways. And then to have the game end like it did, and we're gonna get to that, it just adds to that fight. It's like throwing kerosene on top of a fucking fire already, and you're like, oh. And this is what we're gonna be talking about more than anything,
Yeah.
right? Because it's not just one game. It's like a series of things that have happened, and this is where we are right now. So, Eddie, take it away, buddy.
Why do I have to take it away?
Because we're gonna talk about the starting lineup.
Hey,
And
you know
he
what?
just
Should we talk about that? Sorry. Well,
Oh,
okay, just
yeah,
run through the
I am.
lineup
I
real
am.
quick.
No, I am gonna go through the lineup. But I just thought about something. You remember what I said? How I thought this game was gonna go, and I even told you, Brian, this is gonna be the most Wednesday-est
Bunch
game
of
ever,
booze.
dude.
No Wednesday's game, man.
I wish I was right, bro. I would have taken that instead of what happened.
Yeah.
Anyway,
This was
anyways.
go for it.
All right, cool. So the LA Galaxy took on Minnesota United at Dignity Health Sports Park last night, Wednesday. Hold on, the fuck was that? At 7:30, and they came out as so. Jonathan Mott in goal, no surprise there. Raheem Edwards left back, Williams in the pew at center back. I guess Sega's not fully ready. You had Julian Araujo at right back, Delgado and Daniel Aguirre starting at CDMs, which now we find out that Revolution had been hurt and he's only returned to practice this last week. So now that makes more sense. And I'm not even mad at that, to be honest. You had Ground Zero out left, Vasquez in the center mid, and the killer Kevin Cabral at right mid, and Chicharito as the lone striker. So you see this lineup, I guess, at least in my opinion, with the exception of Aguirre, there wasn't many surprises, right? I think at least at that moment, we didn't know about Revolution and what was going on, so that was a bit of a surprise. And actually,
Yeah, to me, when I saw it, I was just like, oh, okay, they might be sending some players out for 4th of July, right? I mean, nothing out of the ordinary, I thought.
I have wrote a tweet saying that if we didn't get Jovic and Chicharito starting in this game, that I was gonna swanton bomb Greg Vanny.
did you?
Oh, looks like I'm about to get up in that third rope. Because this man, dude, we have a hot player in Jovic. I understand that he comes off the bench, that he's the energy off the bench that we need. But when you're struggling, these last 2 games, the LA Galaxy have not been close to whatever they've been in this whole season. What the fuck is that?
It's you.
So, why not start off your hot man, right? I was a little disappointed not seeing Jovic start next to Chicha. And somebody asked me a question on that tweet, that why would I start both of them? Like, if they're able to play next to each other. And I think, yeah. Not only does Chicharito demand tension in the box, he'll pull players for Jovic, who on a one-on-one can be a killer at any moment. We needed that this game. Before the red, it was nothing but those same crosses to nobody. So I was disappointed with the lineup.
You know what, dude? After seeing what happened, I'm glad Jovic didn't start. That's it. I'm glad.
Yeah.
We would have been really fucked at this point. Yeah,
No,
after
but
what happened.
It could have felt like a different dynamic having him in there from the beginning. Which we'll get to later. As soon as he came in as a sub, dude, everybody seemed with more energy. Why not start off with that energy, knowing that we haven't had a good stretch of games?
We're getting a little bit ahead, but I think like when Brian and I saw the Sacramento game, we were both surprised that Aguirre was in there, because we're used to seeing Revolucion in there, and now we know he was injured. So that begs the question: okay, so he wasn't match fit, but how long has he been hurt? Anybody who's ever played in organized football knows that you can't go an entire season with at least getting some kind of small injury, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point, he must have got hurt. Could that be the reason why his play has been off all year? Because maybe he wasn't hurt too bad, so he was able to go out there and still be in the starting lineup and play, not 100%. And didn't we see that last year with Sega? I mean, yeah, he got hurt a few times, and he was out for a while, but when he was in there, he wasn't 100%. And we noticed, like, man, what the hell's wrong with him? He was costing the team some wins. And this is not the same Revolucion that we remember from last season. I mean, I don't care about him scoring bangers, although that helped a lot. But the fact that he was just he was a complete footballer, and we're not seeing that this year. So, makes you wonder, like, how long was he hurt to the point where now he can't even start? Yeah, he came off the bench later on, and that's good going forward. But if he's hurt, then man, what are our options? Because he makes you wonder, like, we're really asking for a Cam, but now that he's a little bit touching, maybe that CDM that's coming in could help a little bit more. But yeah, that was my only thing. I saw Aguirre in there, and I was like, oh wow, I guess we're going back to this guy.
No, with the lineup.
I mean, he's a young kid who he was trying to make the best out of his minutes. He got the assist, which I'm skipping way ahead. But yeah, I'm with you on that. Having him start, I mean, that's what we have. But look, non-transparency that the LA Galaxy have when their players are injured. We're over here talking shit about a CDM that we do not need, but apparently we need him because Ryan Revolucion is fucking injured.
Now, you mentioned Aguirre, right? And like what he did in the second half. Now, if you want a microcosm of what the game was like for the LA Galaxy, just look at Aguirre's play. First half, he was atrocious.
Yeah.
I mean, he even Vanny said so. Second half, he came out with a different type of energy, just like the team did. And if you're going to take away anything positive out of the game, it's just like those I guess 89 minutes I mean, I'm sorry, those 44 minutes after after the halftime whistle, because that 45th minute, the 90th minute, shit, things fell apart. But
Yeah.
for like 44 minutes, the LA Galaxy played better than they have, and since they came back from the break.
With one less player.
With one less player, yeah, granted. So anyway, let's get into the game.
Fuck the game. We lost. What the fuck?
Well,
Let's talk about what the fuck.
hold on. I
Those
have
red cards they record at the end. Come
hold
on, this
on,
shit
bro.
is fucking
Hold on,
frustrating to
bro.
fucking
Hold
talk
on,
about.
bro. Hold on. Well, you had to talk about the game because I want you to remember too. You were sober, one. So I was when I was next to you in the first 8 minutes before the goal happened. I told you like
Banger.
it looks like Minnesota's a home team.
Yeah.
Aguirre, understandably, kid first start, nerves, turning the ball over. But Grand Sir wasn't having a great game. Mark, at least in the first 15, 20 minutes, was not having a good game either. A lot of turnovers, a lot of, or just, I don't know, just bad passes. So we didn't look like the home team at all. I didn't see any rhythm. I didn't see anything going. I feel like we were in our own half for the first time in a long time, too. Um, because we possess a lot. You know how we talk about like teams give us, we do the joke how teams give us the ball and like say, I dare you to do something.
Yeah.
But this time, no, they feel like we got punked in those first few minutes, and what a fucking banger there. Maybe a little lazy
Oh
defending from Grand Sir, but I mean, you got to give it up. That
no,
was
you're absolutely right though, Eddie. As good as that goal was, porque I mean that was a golazo. It was a
Yeah.
world-class goal from distance. But I was at home, so I was listening to the game on the YouTube stream, and one of the things that they mentioned before the game started was that Reynoso has burned the Galaxy before, and he has a potent left foot. And so the impetus was to make sure you limit his ability to try to create with that side of it, uh, of his play. So try to just make him go to his right more as much as possible. Try to just put pressure on him. And like you said, maybe some lazy defending by Grand Sur, but it gave him just the right amount of space for him to unleash that ferocious shot. Um, After the game, and
No, he
Vanny
had
was being
all the
interviewed.
space.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, he had all the space. After the game, Vanny even said, mentioned about that. He was talking to Nikki K, and he said, going into the game, Reynoso has scored 3 bangers against the LA Galaxy. So, and they knew that. They knew that going in. They were like, this guy is deadly. He's a Galaxy killer. So he's like, it was frustrating that we gave him the space to be able to take a shot like that. So that's the thing. You're not playing at a college level or semi-pro or city league, whatever you call it. This is professional. I mean, people at MLS uh, players, there's no slouches. I mean, especially at forward. So if you know this guy could hurt you, put a body on him, man. And so that right away. That's kind of frustrating, and that's why I tweeted what I did was just like, uh, the team talks about like, oh, we're gonna turn things around. How many times have we heard that, right?
Yeah.
And then I almost went to the game, but in the end, I stayed home. But I was just thinking, like, what? Imagine making that drive, right? Like, I drive all the way out from Pomona, right? I don't know how other people drive from different parts of the county. Census from Orange County, right? And to drive out there, it was a hot day. It's uncomfortable. You get there, right? You're beating traffic because it's rush hour in the middle of the week, and you get your food. You sit there. It's still kind of warm and icky, and then you see this shit happen, and then you're like, "Why the fuck did I come?"
Instant
Right? And then you're like,
regret.
and then you watch, the fucking clown show unfold, throughout that first half. And so then you really begin to question, why the hell you're there until you realize, hey, I got some friends. Unless you went there alone and you don't know anybody, and then in that case, you're fucked. But
And come say
you
hi.
know,
Shit.
but if you're one of those people that can only afford to go a game, once a year or maybe a couple of times a year, and you're like, let me go to this game, and then you go out there and you see this, damn, what a waste of money. But yeah, Absolutely. You can't give Emmanuel Reynoso all that space at all, man. And
Yeah.
Lack of
he
respect
burned
right
us,
there.
Yeah.
and he burned us now, and he'll burn us again if we're, if they take that same lackadaisical approach. You can't give somebody that talented that kind of space.
Yeah, Edgar, I got a bad
You are
bad
correct
joke
with
for you.
that.
What's that?
Right.
All right, you mentioned how many times we heard them say we're gonna turn it around.
Yeah.
The Galaxy have said we're gonna turn it around more than the hokey pokey.
Ooh, I didn't like that one at all.
Stupid.
Jokes form was as. Never mind.
You know
Bad as the
what? You know what?
Galaxy.
Wait. I'm sorry. You know what? I gotta cleanse my palate from that. I'm sorry, but so I'm gonna give you another day on fact, okay?
Okay, go for it.
All right, Eddie. You remember you like the one about his dad, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Leon Jovovich lost his virginity before his dad did.
And
Man, how's that possible? That's
you guys are in bad form.
Don't think
that
about
one.
it. Just go with it.
You guys are in bad form.
Hey, I got a
It's
good one.
horrible.
Someone said good one.
All
Fuck you
right.
guys.
Don't encourage him.
What we talked about the goal, fucking banger. We all saw it.
Ooh.
I literally remember like jaw dropping and just looking at Brian like, oh shit.
You both were like, "What the fuck?" That shit was
I,
sick.
as long as it's not the team from across town, I think when you see stuff like that in person, you appreciate like that like beauty, because you love the sport and you're like, oh shit. But then reality sits in like, oh fuck, that happened to us. But and we first saw it, we're like, oh shit, what a fucking golazo. Anyway, let's fast forward to the main attraction, I think, from this, and what pissed me off a
Yes.
lot. If you saw my tweet, it was a fucking bailout, bro. But before that, Kevin Cabral gets a red card for a challenge on the keeper, right? That was pretty shocking. We've seen bad refereeing against us before, but man, have you guys seen the replay? Have you seen like how he like exaggerates to try to move out of the way?
You know what?
yeah.
I know if you were at the stadium and you saw this, you were probably like first of all, you were shocked that Cabral got a red because Cabral's like as fearsome as a fucking deer, right? He's like not even a deer, like a little baby fowl. He's not gonna hurt you. He's probably gonna trip over himself like Bambi or something.
The coach
But,
literally called him a wet
um,
noodle, bro.
I'm telling you, he runs like Woody, dude. Anyway, I'm watching the game, and at this point, I actually, watch. I was able to watch, what was going on, and I see this, and I swear to you, man, the goalkeeper grabs the ball, he like lunges forward, right? Which is, if I'm a goalkeeper, I'm not gonna lunge forward. I don't want to get hit in the head. I used to play goalkeeper for a bit, and fuck, I didn't like getting hit. But anyway, he lunges forward, and Cabral does his best to like jump over this guy. Now, here's the thing: you can see it in slow mo, right? And you can see his foot nick the guy's hair, and the guy has like a bit of like a fade or something, or like a bit of a flat top. So he's got like a little puffy hair. You can see Cabral's foot brush his hair, and um now that's in slow mo, right? If you see it in real time, Cabral's running up there. The guy's coming with pace, so it's like real fast. And the goalkeeper, St. Clair, he acts like he just got popped in the head. He's acting all like he got hurt. With reality, he just got his head brushed. Hit uncle, goes for the red, and damn, watching from home, that was so frustrating and so I don't know. It was like it felt like it was like a moment of complete and utter disrespect. Not just for Kevin Cabral, for the LA Galaxy. Um, Especially when things are down. I guess it rains when it pours, right? That's the old saying. But holy crap, what bad timing for this to happen. I'm not saying Cabral's gonna go in there and like tear everything up at the rest of the game, but you're down a man. And what a stupid foul. And you're gonna hear me say stupid again later on for a different reason. But what a stupid foul to get a red card on, and it wasn't Cabral's fault at all. I
Absolutely
feel
not.
bad for them.
And what world is that a red card, right? Like it's
It's not.
especially
It's
when
not.
V
And
when VR exists.
that's the shit that got me the most mad. You're not even gonna review that?
Well, I'm sure it got reviewed.
No,
Not
but the
by
Well,
ref
according
himself.
the ref. Yeah.
Yeah,
no, but from what I heard, because I
Doesn't need
heard
to.
Benny talked about it, and he said like, he asked him like, what the hell happened? Weren't you going to review it? And according to him, Ted Uncle said something to the effect of like, I'm just doing what I'm told. They said, it was a
But for
red
the,
card.
I know what you're talking about. For lack of better words, it's like it's the rule. In that
It's the
situation,
rule,
it's the
right?
rule. Yeah.
And then Jonathan Bond, chirped in about it later on, saying, I don't remember the exact same quote, and I don't want to,
He
misquote him, but something.
says he gets keepers get hit a lot, and usually when he gets hit, the referee asks him, "Do you need a physio?" And they say no, and they play on. That's it. Something along those lines.
But he also said something about to the effect of like, we all the goalkeepers know that, all the keepers know that there's going to be some kind of contact in that position. Yeah, it's part of the game, right?
Mhm.
But that they didn't know that in some kind of contact like that would lead to a red card. It's something that was unknown to them. So it's something that can be exploited now.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's like how forwards exploit the box, right? Any little trip, it's a foul, so it's a penalty, right?
Yeah,
So I
but
guess on this side, if you hit the goalkeeper in the head any type of way, that's a red card
But
no,
when
of
he has the
course.
ball,
but
right?
When you hit the goalie to the head, that's you're not supposed to do that. We get that. Inside the box, that's his area. But to me, that foul was more of an embellishment from
Mm.
the goalie than
Clear.
it was.
Same as forwards, you have
But
to
here,
embellish to get
but
the penalty, right?
But there's certain ways like you have to interpret that rule and apply that rule. I don't know if you guys remember. Like for instance, I was gonna say something like this. As long as we've been playing and even in professional soccer, the goalie's 6. You can't touch him, right? His
Yeah.
6, not the yard, the 6, not the whole box, the 6-yard box. Do you guys remember if that was inside the 6? It wasn't, right?
No, it was in the box, on the bigger box.
See, that's what I'm saying.
And the
Like,
18.
yeah, if you do it like that, like or in the 6-yard box, you can't touch them and you can't challenge them with your cleats. That's different. But this was just a regular play. That's a free for all. That's a spilled ball. I don't know. It's hard for me just to like understand how that's a red. Like I can't. Like we've watched the sport long enough. Especially in the day and age with VAR, it doesn't make sense. Especially because he didn't go see it. It's like, bro, it's could have been. I don't believe it was, but it could have been a game changing decision that ref made. Right? Go
Yeah.
fucking look at it, bro. It's so early in the game. Go fucking look at it. What you don't want to add stoppage because the injury earlier? Because the first half ended up having 6 minutes anyways. Nah, go look at the fuck. And then Ted Uncle, how long has Ted Uncle been doing this, bro? Come on.
It's very frustrating to see. But I do want to get to your thing of your tweet. You thought
Oh,
I forgot what the tweet exact was, but that having 10 players, the red card wasn't gonna be a difference
Right.
maker.
I said
game.
the
And I think I agree with you in the beginning, but I thought about it, and I think it does make a big difference. It makes a big difference because even though you're not playing well in that first half, if you have the available 11 players, you're able to make some type of changes at the half instead of having going into the half with less players and having to scramble some type of offense, which we didn't do shit until the second half until Jovic came in. If you have the 11 players at the half, you can make adjustments with the full players, and you don't waste your guys' energy out there, which they were doing.
Well, unfortunately, one of the things that really hurt the Galaxy is that you're down to 10 men, right? What do you do? Do you sit back on defense and try to limit, the damage, or do you try to counter? And that's what led to the second goal. LA Galaxy decided, hey, fuck it, let's go and see what we can do to try to get back into the game. And Raheem
decision.
Edwards, pardon?
Good decision.
Yeah, I mean, Raheem Edwards, he took the ball up the field. He got past 3 defenders. He tried to make something happen. Unfortunately, a few moments later, the ball goes back the other way. Raheem Edwards, who should have been, guarding that guy, he he had lost some pace because he just expended all his energy running up the field. He has to try to run back, doesn't make it back in time. The ball goes,
No,
gets
no, no.
past.
Hold on. He was there. He slowed down in the box. He
Yeah.
slowed down.
Because
That's
he was
not.
tired.
That's not. Yeah, but you're in the box, bro. You know your guy is right behind you. You're in the box. You're not gonna slow down. You're tired. You push through. You're in the box. Not
Yeah.
you're fucking running. If he would have ran and halfway down the field, if he would have slowed down, I get it. He's fucking tired. You're in the box in a threat of a goal. You don't slow down. If you do that shit, fuck you. And fuck Raheem Edwards for doing that shit. 'Cause he
Damn.
caused that goal.
There we go.
He caused the goal. If
No,
you slow
he-
down,
he-
you
he
stop
did.
playing defense, what the fuck
Yeah.
happens? They're gonna score on you. You stop playing, this shit happens. He
No,
fucked up bad right there by slowing down and stopping.
I have to,
I
I have
agree.
to, I have to agree
Holy-
with you because he's running.
No, I
He's
completely agree.
recovering,
That's
and
what I
he
was
can-
getting to.
Go ahead. I'll let you take it from there.
No, I completely agree with Chewy. That's what I was getting to was that Raheem Edwards just didn't have the pace to come back, and he just kind of gave up on the play, and that sucks because all of a sudden you have this 1-0 deficit, which if you take that into the half, fuck it, it's doable. You could try to claw your way back, but now 2-0, that
It
puts
goes
more
back
weight
to
on
having the 11 players on the pitch. If you have those 11 players, maybe Raheem doesn't have to force him going up the wing
Here's the thing.
and then
This is
turning
what,
it over and then having to come back to
but
do all
here-
that, or
here's-
the
but-
lack of.
But here's why here's why I hated the red, and I was like, oh, it's so fucking. The worst thing that could about the red is that it's an early excuse. Like I said before that goal, even before that red, we weren't playing great. We weren't playing great. I
course
felt
not.
like we weren't the home team at all.
I agree with you there 100%. But if you have the 11 players available, that second half you make the adjustments,
saying-
and
but
you don't
you're-
have to.
What you're saying though, what you're saying is that you already believe that you were going to see something different that you've seen before. Like this is not nothing new. There's nothing new about the way we were playing. There would have not been anything new by the way we would have ended the game. That's why the red was. I hated it, bro. I mean, obviously you always hate a red, but I hated it more in this situation because it was so fucking early. We were not playing great at home. A team that is in poor form, mind you, came in, and I warned everybody in the previous show that Adrian Heath is not a bad coach, but they're in poor form. They came
I
over here
mean,
and acted
every
like they
coach
were.
looks excellent against Vanny, bro. Every coach looks excellent against Vanny.
No, I still think that the card. I mean, I'm sorry, guys, but when you're down to 10 man, it completely changes everything. Whatever scheme you had, whatever ideas you had, everything is thrown out the window. That's when you try to scramble, try to figure things out. It's kind of like in pro wrestling. Let's say we know most matches are scripted. I mean, some matches are shoot,
Shut your
but for the
mouth.
most part, pro wrestling is scripted. But what happens when somebody gets hurt, right? Like early on in a match, like legit hurt, not kayfabe or anything, just legit hurt, and decide to go through with it. You have to change the way you do things, and it completely affects the outcome sometimes. And it's kind of like that with this game, where they had, they're trying to come in there, and I'm trying really hard to give them the benefit of a doubt, right? They're trying hard to go out there, even though we shook our heads at, the lineup, right?
Yeah.
We want to see more offensive punch. We want to see more energy out there, and instead, we have Cabral, who really doesn't do much, and then he gets the red card, and he's out. But you're still missing that extra body there, and that puts a lot more pressure on everybody else to do something a little bit more. And in a game like this, where you have a team like Minnesota that can counter and make you pay, I mean, with Reynoso, I mean, and other guys like that, that sucks. I mean, because you're hurting yourself. And
I 100% agree with that with Edgar. I can't say that because I even had asked Eddie during the game that he thought he could have turned it around if we would have had the 11 players. And he tweeted what he tweeted. At first, I agree with it, but thinking about it, dude, having the 11 players does make a big difference. And I think they could have turned it around, especially when you add Jovic in the second half. That energy with 11 players, you think we wouldn't have been able to beat this team? Of course, it's a what if.
The thing is, dude. To me, the thing is, okay, we got that energy, that type of energy, because we were down a man. Would we have the same type of energy if we would have been 11 players?
Yeah, actually, there's a
That,
combination of things. Let's finish off this half. Anyone want to take us through that third goal? I actually want to get to what Chewy's talking about right now, but I want to finish off the
Goals.
third
I
one.
mean, this game we lost.
Okay, cool. So to Chewy's point, then we go to the second half. There's a combination of things, bro. Of course, like you're at home losing 3-0. Your coach probably slapped you around, but there's two sides to this, bro.
Well,
You talk
well,
about a
before you
team.
go on,
Mhm.
sorry, I just want to touch on that third goal because it's important to mention it for one reason. What is on it because Aguirre was involved in that goal. Um, Remember, I told you that Aguirre was just looking at his play was a microcosm of how the LA Galaxy did in this game is because Aguirre was at fault for this, and Reynoso got loose again, and he was able to unleash another shot and burn us for the 3-0. At that point, I don't know, if I was, if you're at the stadium and at that point, I start looking around me and I'm like looking for Cosmo. I start looking for my friends and I start looking at my phone trying to see what else is going on. But damn, it's so frustrating, right? I don't know if frustrating is the word anymore. At that point, you're kind of like
Being a
you're
Galaxy
beyond
fan.
frustration. You're just sitting there and you start to think about life and you start planning for the weekend,
Yeah.
things like that. But damn, it was just what a shit show, right? And everybody's angry, everybody's frustrated, and I remember before the game I said it's gonna be 3-0 LA Galaxy and everything's gonna be all right, guys. Everything's gonna be okay.
I bought into it
What?
too.
No,
but
fuck it. Hey, you got your clown makeup, Brian? Because I would need some right now.
now,
Got you,
but you
bro.
know what, dude? One of the things I've noticed for a while, whenever we come back from vacations, Galaxy's not good, bro. Most of the time, the majority of the time, Galaxy's bad. We're coming from this team. What they played 3 games already? 3 games in the past
3
2 weeks?
games.
And
Yeah.
and Galaxy's played 1 game in the past 3 weeks or 2 weeks.
Two.
So like they played what shit, I can't even remember it now. But they played
Sacramento.
a Wednesday game against a USL team. They played nothing on the weekend, and now we're playing back on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
It's
those
like,
Wednesday
dude,
games are a killer.
yeah, and
Nah, this seems
they
just
didn't.
ass, bro.
Yeah, they are sometimes. They are sometimes.
But let's move on to the second half, right? 3-0 down halftime. Coach slaps you around, and pretty much what I was gonna say. Don Fredo 9 on the chat. When they were forced to play with urgency. When you go down a man and you're down 3-0, you're forced to play that way. That's annoying about the fucking team too, bro. Like that's what it takes, really. Then you're gonna start playing. But on the other side, and if you've played before, Edgar, Bryant, I know, sure you didn't play much, but you've seen us play. Um, when you go up 3-0, you kind of take a back seat too. This is a team again in bad form. Their mentality switched. They're like, hey, let's lock this fucking win down. We're less on the attack. Even though they still got chances. By the way, Bondi came up with some big saves in the second half.
Yeah.
Of course, the second half's gonna look better. And I hate it, bro. I heard like I heard another podcast. I heard Greg Vanny talk. Oh, the second half, this like that. We came out better. Well, no shit. These are the things that happen. Why don't you come off the gates at home like that?
With a better lineup.
This was
No,
probably
you-
the best lineup we could have done for
Nah,
Even the-
hell no.
well,
You
given the
start
situa-
Jovic with Chicha, bro.
given the
Uh-huh.
situations. Really? Given the
Yeah.
situations, who
We're not gonna play
else
with
do
two
you
forwards,
start?
bro. We're not gonna play with two
No.
forwards. It's already fact. You're gonna
Stubbornness of not having to switch any formation to try to see if you could get something going offensively. It's pretty annoying. Now I don't know if it's Danny trying to do this because he just wants to stay to his guns. Dude, you see the lack of offense already. Why not? Jovic has been your hot guy, and you're gonna throw in an aging Vasquez, who I said this from the beginning of the season. If this is your cam from the beginning of the season, we're in trouble, and we are. Look at the team right now. Our second cam is Efra. Our third cam
We're in
is
trouble.
an aging Sasha Question.
And we're fully in trouble.
You've been in trouble.
Yeah,
Been in trouble.
And I don't know if you saw on the Galaxy Twitterverse, but man, people were really piling on Efra after this game. I mean, they're piling on everybody. They're piling on, on the refereeing. They're piling on Costa. They're piling on, you know, everybody you can think of. Everybody's angry. Everybody's shooting everywhere, right? But Efra was one of the people that Galaxy fans on Twitter and Facebook, whatever you want, whatever social media site you want to say, Efra's name kept popping up because I think people are starting to get to the point where like, okay, this kid has been there for a while now. He's been given every opportunity to try and develop and evolve and become something, anything that isn't just the occasional flash of brilliance, and instead it's not even diminishing returns. It's just kind of he got to a point and he's just completely stagnated and hasn't made any progress. And it's getting to the point now where it's time to move on.
It's like
So how
And
we're
I
gonna call
mean,
it. We should call it the. We should
we,
call it the Eddie zone. He's getting to the Eddie zone where you
I
missed
mean,
your exit, bro. You should have sold already. You should
he
have been
did.
gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. I was gonna say that. You could say sell high, but too late. You missed that window already.
At this point,
So-
it's sell. At some point, whenever whoever the fuck wants him.
Yeah, and I tweeted earlier today where I said something to the effect of, if we really care about the kid, and you want to see him do well, especially going forward in his career, then the LA Galaxy should send him somewhere where he gets out of his comfort zone, right? I've said that before. You got to get out of that comfort zone because you're so comfortable with things being a certain way. You have this routine you're so used to. And so you don't feel the urge to do something extra because you're comfortable where you are. But the law of the universe is that nothing ever stays the same. So you got to always keep evolving. You always got to keep moving. You always got to keep pushing forward. And I feel like he's lost that sense of that. So trade him somewhere else. Send him to imagine he gets sent to Red Bull New York, for example, or he gets down to Miami. All of a sudden, he has a different kind of pressure on him. He's gotta start swimming. It's like sink or swim, baby.
Yeah, Liga
Um,
MX is more of a probably than
that
staying here.
could be too. I mean, yeah, that wouldn't hurt him at all either. It's a good league. He could learn how to experience, and if he's
Get
able,
tougher. Yeah.
he's young enough right now where he could go down there, learn a lot from a lot of his teammates and some of the other players in the league, and maybe
Is he
make a
though,
name for
dude?
himself.
Is he young enough? Dude, players are starting up at what, 16, 17 now? Like actual name players now?
Yeah,
Is he young enough to make a name?
16-year-old just won
I
the
don't-
Champions League with
Actually,
Seattle. So
I agree with you. I don't think he's young enough.
I don't think he's that young anymore.
so
Dude.
we're past that then, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So are you saying he's another Villarreal?
his move, yeah. No, well, actually, it's fucked up to say. I think it's worse.
Villarreal at least did something.
Yeah,
Oh,
Villarreal has a
goodness.
title, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, he does. He has more than one. If
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Oof.
But I think
So-
I think Efra's move is lateral, if not down next.
Oof. You think we're gonna see him maybe playing for USL? Phoenix Rising.
I mean, he couldn't even do anything against any USL team. So
I think what Galaxy Galaxy loans or sells a lot to San Antonio, to Texas teams
Mhm.
for USL. So I mean, honestly, going to Liga MX, dude, I wouldn't want to see him in the US. Honestly, he needs to get better, or at least somewhat. I don't even see him going to that Germany team we always sell to, or where is that from?
Swedish team. What is it? Fuck, I forget.
Is it Germany or where the hell
Swedish.
is it at?
Hamburg?
Swedish?
No, not
Yeah.
Hamburg. It's
No,
Hammerby.
Hammerby, yeah. What we said.
Romby.
I don't even
Whatever.
think they would want him over there. They want potential, not
the team we
to
own.
fucking
we
Efra.
couldn't even send them that way.
Oh man.
Honestly,
I
I see him just going Liga MX and hoping to get better somewhere Cruz Azul, even though they just
Ascenso.
won. Like somewhere, at this point, he needs something else, dude. he needs a switch,
Change. He needs
Doesn't
to change
he?
the scenery.
I mean, we
and it's
saw-
not like a Jossie switch. The Jossie switch was great for Jossie,
Yeah,
but
he won a
Yes,
Efra
title.
needs
I was
Efra
gonna bring
needs
that up.
another country. But Jossie was way better than Efra.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
same
is
here.
true.
Yeah, Like do you guys, any of you guys actually believe that Efra would do anything in this league with any other team? He's not
No.
proven himself in the team. Like you can go to the Yasi argument. Yasi did something in this league, and he had something to prove to
He's
himself because he was
yeah.
at home. He played with Keen. He played with Donovan. So I was like, well, I gotta go, figure this shit out on my own, and he did. He didn't. He went. You know what he did? You know what he did? He went to Columbus. He not only did he win a title, but boy got a DP contract, bro.
Mhm.
Efra's not gonna do that. Not nowhere in this league, not in my opinion. So I think it changes
In the
scenery. The Galaxy loses money, whatever. Ship him out to Liga MX. He's gonna be he already claimed Mexican national team, so send him that way.
Mhm.
and it's what a parallel that you mentioned Giassi and Efra, because I mentioned it before about how that's the biggest reason actually why I mentioned the whole you gotta change, you gotta have a change of scenery, because we saw what it did for Giassi. He got to a point where like this is all we can get from him, right? He did some stuff for us. He wanted to help us win some titles, but the kid needs to go somewhere else so he can continue the rest of his career. And man, he did great. Um, but what a parallel, because local kid has his family, right? And he everybody in the community loves him, but damn, it's sorry, kid, you gotta cover, so you gotta move on.
Yeah.
And I wish him the best, because um I don't know. But then again, you gotta look at the FO, right? You gotta look at the FO and you're like, are you guys gonna move him, or are you just gonna keep him around?
I think
What's going on?
it's sync with him. Um, No, it's funny. We're talking all the shit about Efra and where we're at on this game. Efra hasn't even come on the field, so let's wrap up the game and
That's how mad he gets us, dude. We have to talk
Yeah,
shit before
it's
he
'cause
even touches the field.
it's there. It's there. You've been on the show long enough. We talk about these players that we hold on to too long, which is legit one of them. And if you know what, honestly, we talked about Yasi. Yasi was probably the last person we let go on time and got something out of it.
Mhm.
And if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken, it's like Tam and stuff. And I mean,
He
yeah,
was
that was
still a
the
wanted player. He was
yeah.
still a wanted player in the league.
That's the
Mhm.
last time we let someone go on time. We all knew it wasn't gonna work, and we got something out of it. Anyway, well, let's finish up this game. So it was Efra that got the PK, right?
Yep.
No, it was Marky. Oh yeah, no,
No,
yeah.
no,
And
Marquis
Efra was
got
brought
it.
down in
okay.
the box.
So it's funny. I think it was Chris Tucker that tweeted like, "Damn, look at our DPS forms. Two of them can't get on the stat sheet. Our third one gives up gives away the
Passes.
penalty to a non DP."
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
you know what? That's right for Chicha. Chicha's bad at penalties.
Yeah, but
So you know what, Chicha? Don't take him. Nah, fuck it. Don't take him. Give him to whoever else you want. Chicha, do not take a penalty.
Hey, you used to remember that time when we were celebrating my birthday in the parking lot, and we're like, Chicha's going up for a PK. We're like, yeah.
Verga. And that's the last PK Chicha needs to take this whole season.
Uh,
Well, for his
Honestly,
confidence, he needs to see it go back in the back of the net, and that was a perfect opportunity for him to try to
Nah.
do that. And wanted them to get on the scoreboard. I also
Well-
wanted them to not play the game and kind of cruise by it and just put in players to get some experience. Which, again, Eddie and I had this conversation. Like, what do you do at this halftime, right? Do you put in players to finish out the game and give them some minutes, or do you actually try to go get some goals?
Dude, if we would have put players just to finish off the game and get experience, the Galaxy Twitterverse would have been way up in flames.
Wouldn't have been any worse, though. I mean,
It would have been
worse.
It would have been worse, dude. It would have been way worse.
anyway,
People would have been mad that we didn't try because we're at home. No, but you know what? You do the experience away. If you do it at home, people are gonna lynch you for not wanting to defend your house. You do it in an away game and you're losing like that. Fuck it. You try something different. You're away. If you're not expecting points, you're not expecting points. But you try that at home. Oh, you're not defending the house. You don't give a shit. Dude, it would have been way worse than what it was.
Well, Vanny didn't give a shit putting out that starting lineup, to be honest.
well, let me shine some light on this game, right? We're down 2 at this point, and now we see the return of our summer signing, Douglas Costa.
wait, we're done. Oh yeah,
We're down 3 already.
3-1. 3-1.
3-1. That's why.
No, it's 3-1.
We're
2-1.
down 2.
We're down
Um,
2, Edgar.
That's why.
Yeah.
So
My math
You know
isn't
what,
mathing. Sorry.
you know what? Actually, Douglas Costa comes in. he looked a little more energetic, to be honest. You know, obviously we're gonna talk about what
Yeah.
happens at the end, but he did. You know, there was a pep in his step, and let's just go. You know, what, let's finish this game. There was a great play. Uh, he does a step over, opens wide to Raheem Edwards. Raheem Edwards plays a great open ball to Daniel Aguirre, and I love that from him. He's a kid, bro. He's a kid, and then more shit talking about Efra. This is where you separate Efra and like young talents that actually have it or may have it. Daniel Aguirre right there in Efra situation, we've seen him miss a lot of one on ones, panic, try to shoot whatever. He's one on one with the keeper. He stays cool, calm, and picks the higher percentage chance at goal. He plays a square to Joveljic, the hot hand,
Yeah.
and scores. Right? That's for
Very good eye
from
by
a
the
kid.
young man.
From a kid, that's great, bro.
Mhm.
Unselfishness, that's great. So yeah, Joveljic, we're all happy. We're down by one now, and then Bondi, mind you, makes a lot of saves to keep us there. If you guys don't
Yeah.
remember,
Yeah. Especially on a breakaway. I mean, Bondi did everything you need to do on a breakaway as a goalkeeper. He ran out. He covered the angles, make sure that to limit the guy's chances at try scoring, and he actually made a nice save where Minnesota could completely put the game out of reach. But after that, Joveljic goal, right? Give us that little glimmer of hope. We're like, hey, oh shit, maybe we could, pull a rabbit out of the asshole. Or we're being good, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Look at Chewy getting all excited.
We
So,
did it.
pulling. It's because we're flying out tomorrow, so assholes are very common where we're going.
Yes.
yeah, I was gonna say a little Penn and Teller action there. So, but man, they just couldn't do it, right? Final whistle blows, and like right at the end of the game, something interesting happens on the field, right? One of the guys in
Actually-
Minnesota and
Actually, hold on.
and-
Something
Go ahead.
I mentioned on Twitter today before that moment about Chicha.
oh yes, as
Yeah.
you mentioned.
So that's another thing I mentioned. So Chicha's always the positive. We gotta do this, we gotta do that. Lifts his team spirits. Someone said he took off his armband and threw it. Someone says he threw it at Araujo.
Araujo.
I'm gonna say he
Good.
did it. I'm gonna say he tossed it.
Yeah.
On TV,
No, you know why?
couldn't.
You know why? You know why? You know why? You know why not? When you give your teammate the armband or something, you either walk it up to him or you underhand it. You don't fucking throw it. He throws it. You don't do
Mhm.
that. So I think he
Yeah,
tossed.
man,
He tossed it out like that.
Nah, he threw it.
On TV, I was watching on TV. You couldn't see that well. So
and I mean, that was frustration number one. Of the game, you see Bond and Williams going at it. You see Williams and Delgado in the first half going at it. Everyone is just at each other's throats with this, bro. Everyone's just sick of it. I don't know if it's.
Well,
See,
This
there
is
you
where
go.
the coach comes
Check
in.
it
right?
out
This is
on the
where
chat.
coach
Hold on,
comes
on the
in.
chat. On the chat. Don Fredo 9 looked like he tossed it on the ground. I'm
The
telling
ground,
you,
yeah.
he tossed it, bro. He didn't give it to nobody. He tossed it, bro. Maybe it was in Araujo's direction, just coincidentally, because Araujo was walking that way or something. He tossed it.
Oh, that's kind of everybody in the Galaxy universe, bro. Everybody
it's
that's
a way of
That's
summarizing how
the
you
guy you
feel.
look at and look to in the locker room. That's the problem.
Well, it's time to look at somebody else, man. Somebody like Dejan Joveljic.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Well-
no, not yet. What do you mean? Might as well. We have
And
nothing going for us except for Joveljic. Maybe
Oh,
the
but he's-
defense sometimes, except for this
Talk-
game.
He's talking about the locker room.
So my question.
Oh, talking about the locker room.
So
Yeah.
that's one question I had on the way I ended my tweet was like, is he cracking or am I just looking too much into it?
No.
Be a little
He
bit.
was,
What's
he
that?
was pissed off at this game, frustrated at
Yeah.
this game.
What was my response, Eddie? I just feel like he's overwhelmed. We all get overwhelmed. We all have a hard day at the office or at work.
Yeah, but he said it.
School.
He said it himself in an interview. Like, and that actually was the last one before this game. He says, in Spanish, he said, we don't air out our dirty laundry in public.
No, you don't. But he's a human being, and sometimes it happens. You know, here's the thing. Professional athletes are human beings just like us. Some of them, obviously make a lot more money than us and have a different, view of the world than we do. But in the end, they're all human beings, right? They all have their limit. At some point, there's strife. They get upset. They have issues, and just because there isn't a camera, it's because there's a camera chronicling every single aspect of their lives. Doesn't mean that these guys don't go into the dressing room when nobody's looking, it's just them, and they don't just start cussing at each other and screaming because they're teammates, they're a brotherhood. And haven't you ever yelled at your teammates? Haven't you ever got upset with them? Haven't you ever got started yelling and screaming? It's part of being part of a team.
Yeah,
And
but
a lot
Brian
of
likes
times,
it.
a lot of times, these things stay, indoors, to stay, behind those closed doors, and you never hear about it. And maybe in some book that somebody publishes years from now, right? We're like, oh yeah, we had a big ass fight in the locker room, right? But the thing is, you don't want to air out your dirty laundry, but it fucking happens, man. I mean, a lot of times that's what we do here. Hey, we talk about how we feel about the team, and yeah, one of our things that we do is like, we'll talk shit. It's just what we do, right?
We don't
But
talk shit, sir. We nag
we
about our
nag, and we wish we could say positive things about the team all the time. But unfortunately, they've been giving us a lot of ammo, to just go off on them, and that's just where we are right now. The same by the same token, LA Galaxy has been having such a hard time to get back to that form that they had right before the international break. It is frustrating, especially when they keep promising, yeah, we're going to turn things around, and then you get the same.
You have, what is it, 5+ years that's going on with different head coaches, different players coming in and out, and it boils down to the same common denominator in the front office. Now, we've seen what happened with this game. Let me ask you guys something, because Spenny, if you guys remember him, brought something up that was it's very curious, very interesting. You know how everything is going down right now with the LA Galaxy and the form they're in and all this and that. Does Greg Vanney quit this team? Then they make it seem they mutually parted ways.
I said I would not be surprised, and I said if he does, I hope he airs out his dirty laundry. I hope he spills the beans, because again, common denominator. How many coaches we lost? Look at the names too. Arnolfo to start. Siggy, R.I.P. GBS, who now is Paraguay's coach, and now we're on the way to possibly lose Vanney. I mean, to me, like, the writing's on the wall.
Yeah, but Vanney has what is it? I saw somebody put it like 54 games, 23 wins, something like that. Fuck, I need to find it.
Yeah, he's doing better. He's like 23 wins, 19 losses or something. He has a better, and I think it's like 12 draws or something like that. So
he has a better
winning percentage. Yeah, he's done better than some of the other coaches before him, managers.
No, we're not arguing that. I'm just saying, like, if he leaves, it's I
don't think he leaves, dude. You made a big deal of bringing 96, well, not 96, but of bringing like old players back to coach your team that have been successful. I don't think you as like Vanney as I think that would also bring down Vanney's like resume, if he does that.
No, I mean,
if you mutually part ways with a team that you brought in, that you were gonna change, that you were gonna do your thing, that is your alma mater per se, it's all this and that, and you just mutually parted ways, that brings your resume down a lot, not just for Vanney, but the coaching staff.
I really, really don't think that Vanney's gonna go anywhere anytime soon, because a lot of the stuff that's happening right now isn't really his fault. He's doing, yeah. We question his lineups, right? No, but But just to put a quirk on it, we question his lineups,
Mhm.
but we don't question his intentions, right? He obviously wants the team to succeed, and he's not getting the players that he wants. I mean, he's
How
got
do
some
we
of them,
know that?
obviously, but I mean, but do you really think that Vanny's like, I want Costa, right?
Yeah, so I was
Oh, you
gonna
want
say
somebody
something about
else?
that. I was gonna say this. As much as I don't think that Vanny's our guy, I think he gets that third year. He just contracts out. Costa, you could move him. Have two DPs open for next season, year 3, right? This is the year the LA Galaxy and Greg Vanny's gonna finally have pieces that he wants because he already brought him Cabral. Right now, Chicha and maybe Costa being out next season, you have two DPs to play with, so he stays for a third year.
So
It's a
you mentioned
conversation we can have
something real
another
quick.
day in more detail.
But it's not. It's not.
Right now, Costa
not
still
all
got the
him,
red, and
though.
that shit pisses me off.
Okay, you mentioned something, and I want you guys' opinion as well. You said Cabral bombed out. At this point, right now, because we've been talking about this whole season, but at this point, right now, is Cabral a bust? Yes or no?
Right now, to
Man,
me, yes.
Eddie?
I don't know, bro. I'm still kind of in the fence because I
No.
actually.
Yes or no, man?
No, I'm gonna say no then.
What side of the fence you fall on? Okay. Brent?
Yes. But he's on the pitch, yes, not the other shit that he gives us.
Because okay, you know what? If I could take that back and say yes, and I'll elaborate why, if that's all right.
Okay.
Go
And
ahead.
I'll let
Go ahead.
I think
I'll give you the platform right now.
I think Efra's the main reason why he's a bust, right? He's a different
Efra.
DP, right? He kept Julian, he kept Efra, and he brought in Jovic. At this point, I'd move Efra. Julian's gonna leave. The only reason to keep him is for Jovic. So that's why Efra makes him a bust in a sense because literally we're keeping him to keep Efra making 700,000 a year. It's a different DP. That's why I was like, I'm on the fence. So, yeah, I mean, if I put much thought into it, then yeah, he is a bust. But again, he's not.
Yeah,
He's
I'm looking at the bottom line. And how many goals and assists does he have, Chewy? I'm not talking USL games. I mean, like US Open Cup matches, but MLS this season.
He might have one assist, I think. He might, or
no zero.
hockey
I think
assist
it's
Zero.
zero.
Well, that's all around.
goose eggs,
I
baby.
mean,
Goose eggs.
I know zero. Yeah, fuck, dude. I thought he at least had one assist.
Nah, then the chat's gonna agree
What?
too. He's gonna be a bust.
Okay, and yeah, I was gonna ask the chat people whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're watching on some other platform, chime in. This is an opportunity to like air out your grievance. Like I said on my tweet, anger is a gift. Let it out, let it out. So, how do you feel about Cabral? He's a good kid, right? But we have to separate the person from the player, the performance on the field, right? You could be the most nice person in the world, but if you're gonna go on the field, you're gonna fucking stink it up. You shouldn't be playing. You shouldn't be on, playing a football at this level. You should be playing somewhere else. Maybe applying your craft somewhere else where you feel more comfortable. Maybe somewhere else where you could do better, or maybe you're not at this level yet. He's obviously not at DP level right now. We've been trying so hard to
See the positive.
justify and be positive because he seems like a nice kid, but at this point you're like, you know what, we got no return on this investment. And I'm sure Vanny and some of their teammates, some of his teammates are probably thinking the same thing, but nobody's gonna come out and say it because you stand by your guy. But at this point, us as fans, we can say these things. He's a bust.
Yeah.
And it sucks. And then now you wonder, like, how long is are they going to keep him before they finally, like, sorry, kid, gonna have to let you go. Thanks for coming. Here's some party gifts. See you.
So Costa's red.
Costa's red. So I was explaining what happened.
What the? Yeah, go for it, dude.
Fucking, what's the guy's name? Joseph Rosales and Douglas Costa are battling for like the last ball of the game, literally the last ball of the game. It's a 50-50 or something like that. They both jump up to get it, and for no fucking reason whatsoever, And I'm using the word to garnish what happened, right? To drop a little sauce on it for no absolute fucking reason. Costa throws a fucking shiv elbow to
No,
the
it's not.
back
It's
of the
not for
head
no.
of this
It's
guy.
not for no reason, bro.
He didn't want to play.
Hold on, you forget. Costa loves Vegas, bro. That was a phenomenal elbow.
Mhm.
Watch it
Phenomenal.
again.
Oh, fucking.
What the rope?
But I mean, a rational person doesn't do that. That's what I'm getting at. And you hurt it's a very selfish thing to do. You despite what happens to you, you get red carded, right? But it's very selfish. Obviously, you're gonna miss the next match. I'm pretty sure MLS is
Right?
gonna
2 matches,
probably, yeah,
right?
because it was a
a
straight red, right?
straight red.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
a
it's
straight
an
red, and I'm
extra
sure they're gonna throw in a suspension, maybe a couple games
Fine.
I
added on
predict
top of
3.
that. Fine,
at least
because it was something that the game was over, man. And even Jovic, we joke about Jovic being the Serbian assassin. Even he was just like, "What the fuck," right? He was trying to break up the fight that that ensued after. I'm sure everybody on the bench is probably like shaking their heads, like wondering what the
You-
hell happened.
You know
I'm
what's
really
bad?
curious to
What's
see.
bad when Jovic just trying to stop the.
Look,
Yeah,
Uncle saw that shit as soon as it happened. You see him running towards the player, but I mean, he didn't make it in time. But you see him like, oh shit, run. And he runs as soon as he gets the guys on the floor and gets up, he's running towards the players.
All right.
um,
The thing I still love though, Julian was ready to fucking throw down. He's the
Yeah.
first one to
Yeah.
fucking go defend his team.
This is
That's where
frustration from
he
the
loves
team
it.
of how they've been playing and how
Yeah,
everything's been going. This is just all frustration boiling over, and it sucks to
Well,
see that, dude. Because the next 2 matches, I mean, the one next Friday is gonna be a fucking disaster. For sure, the one on
Right.
4th of July.
we don't know that. We don't know
Hold-
that.
Hold
We
on,
don't
I'm
know
gonna
that.
keep, I'm
We
gonna
do.
keep, I'm gonna give you the floor, Edgar, because I need more beer because I'm getting upset. So.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say we don't know that. And here's the thing, um, what happened after the game could have been a lot worse. Like you said, Julian ran in there to back up his guy, even though he was stupid for starting the fight. But thankfully, it didn't go any worse from there because the last thing we need is, yeah, Costa's out, Cabral's out. We're not gonna miss him. I'm sorry, we're not gonna miss him.
Nope.
We're not. All right.
I don't think so.
But if Julian gets red carded for like getting into a fight, or if like maybe Jovic decides, he gets pissed off, right, and he goes and shivs someone, or somebody else gets upset and it kicks somebody, right, then that really
Williams
hurts us.
goes breaks another leg.
Yeah, Williams, goes there and kills someone. Then that really does hurt it because that's what happens in a fight. People get into the moment and you end up throwing punches. I mean, the guy from Minnesota got red carded as well because he retaliated after the hit. Even though he was the victim, you're not supposed to retaliate, but he did. He got red carded. I'm sure Minnesota's gonna miss him. So it could have been a lot worse. But on the other hand, like I said, are we gonna miss these guys? No, I'm sorry. Cabral's a bust, and Douglas Costa, he's proven to himself to be kind of selfish,
Coming in
very
summer.
selfish.
Yeah, dude, that bullshit fucking elbow. That was what, Julian 2 years ago?
Yeah.
You know what? You know what though? Like I joked about it. I don't know how much you guys said, but I feel that was
He doesn't want to play, dude.
what was the word I'm looking for here? Not calculated.
Flabbergasted,
It was not calculated. It was
excruciating,
Premeditated.
premeditated.
Unknown
Damn, Brian, you read my mind.
premeditated.
I think that was premeditated. He looked for it, and
Hey, he's
Dude.
probably gonna be in Money in the Bank, dude.
that's my
Vegas.
thing. No, like jokes aside, that's why jokes aside, not necessarily Vegas, but like it was
They
premeditated.
like Vegas.
Yeah, they do like Vegas. I will fucking cash that Money in the Bank on his stupid ass and take his DP contract, bro. That's what I'm gonna do. No, but I really do.
Here's a
jokes
question for
aside-
you guys. Like,
Go ahead.
what do you guys think happened in that locker room after the dust settles and they all go back there and
Ooh.
Banny's like pacing the room and all these
Talking.
guys are all looking at Costa, right? What kind of a conversation happened? Imagine being a fly in that room and like listening to that conversation. everybody's yelling at Costa, and he doesn't understand what the hell they're saying because he only understands Portuguese. Yeah,
He understands
yeah.
English.
Joveljic screaming at him in Serbian. You know, the French guys cussing him out in French.
I think.
I don't think
I
I don't
mean-
think Vanny said a damn thing at that in that locker room
He
after
has
that
to.
loss. I think how frustrated he was. I think he just said fuck you guys and just fuck it left.
Yeah, oh man, can you imagine if he like left the room and said, "Hey Dan, take care of these guys."
Ooh, Captain Dan would have chewed him out.
He
I
probably did.
believe that one more than Vanny coming out and probably say. I think he said whatever he had to say at halftime, and at the end of the game with all the bullshit, verga. He's probably gonna say the wrong thing.
What I honestly think happened was Vanny said what he said, and they stayed quiet, and they all went home. That's it.
Yeah.
Because it seems like
Efra stopped at McDonald's.
there's issues. Brian's got questions.
Oh.
Well, let's give some awards away then. Well, Costa, what the fuck? But awards. I'll go first. Let's start with Gio award because I think it was premeditated. I give it to Costa
Yeah, 100%.
because
Me
I
too.
I
think
gave it a Vanny.
nah.
Player.
We did that last week or last time with Sacramento, so we need a player this time. I'm gonna go with Costa again. I really do. I really highly believe that was premeditated. All that time off. You should be excited to play. I don't think there should be much anger in you if you love the sport, despite, especially when you're making that run to come back, almost coming back.
Yeah, even if you're losing, you're losing by one. That was stupid.
Yeah, and then with his known history and his party boy fucking attitude and shit, yeah, nah, I think he premeditated that fucking red card, and that's Costa.
We'll see his wife's posts throughout the weekend, and we'll figure out where he's at.
Yep.
Dude, if he's in Money in the Bank, bro, I'm gonna be so happy.
You can hear some Brazilian music, and you see all the dancers come out, and he's gonna come out walking.
He wins Money in the Bank out of nowhere. Oh shit!
I'll give it a Costa too because fuck these awards right now. And they all deserve it.
Edgar?
No. Yeah, obviously it's Douglas Costa, and the sucky thing is that up until that moment, he was having an okay half.
What?
He had come in, and he wasn't
Somebody that
doing-
hadn't
he wasn't-
played.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to do too much, but some of his passes, were creating chances. And then he goes and ruins it. He throws everything away, and he puts his team in jeopardy for the following game. But like I said, they're not really gonna miss him because they've proven that they can win without him. So it's just making sure you get the right lineup in there. Hopefully, Vandy gets to the point where he's like, "Fuck it, I don't have Cabral there, so gotta play my boy Joveljic." He's
To me,
hot right now.
To me, that's the biggest thing as to a certain extent that I'm glad Joveljic didn't start, because if Joveljic starts, Cabral starts too. Like, you just don't have Grand Sur on the field, right? And so at that point, if fucking Cabral still gets a red, now we have both our forwards on the field. Y valió madre for 4th of July. Like, we're gonna have him tired. So, and then dumbass Costa gets another red. Valió madre, ahora sí. So at this point, we're not gonna miss Costa,
right?
but
Yeah,
oh yeah, Costa's a dumbass.
Costa is
Okay.
Gio slash next standing because he took himself out of the game for the next one.
Yeah. I have the honorable mention.
Go for it.
Go for it.
I'm gonna give it to the young man Aguirre. First game he starts and he gets his first assist in MLS. Congratulations, young man.
He had a shitty start of a match, but you know what? His second half was actually better than I expected. Way better than I expected. So
I would give him the next standing, but there's a player that brushes his teeth with razor blades.
I think we're all going to be in agreement with all of these because I was going to say the same thing as far as honorable mention, Matt, because Aguirre had that shitty first half, but he made amends in the second half, had the assist on the Joveljic's goal. And hey, man, if you're going to have a shitty half and you're a professional, you better fucking come out, try and do your best in that second half instead of just letting your arms down and giving up. That's awesome. You like to see that. You don't want to see somebody just give up and like not try.
Yeah.
And you can see that.
Edwards on that goal, just give up on the fucking play.
Yeah. I copy paste on Edgar for that one. Easy.
Hey, what about the next standing player?
I mean,
Double
come
H.
on.
Right.
Score it again. Let's go.
Yeah. What can we do? Who
And-
else can we name?
And just because of that, I got some more Dion facts.
Okay.
shit.
When
Oh
Dion
wait, I don't
facts-
have it. Oops.
You ready? Or let me know when.
Go for it.
No, go for it.
All right, when Dion Jovovich was born, he drove his mom home from the hospital.
Damn.
You're in bad form today, sir.
Yeah. You know what? Hold on, I got you, fool.
You're in bad form today.
Hold on, fool.
Yeah.
When
If you would've
hold on, I
said
got you. I
he
got you. I got you. When Jovovich was born, he spanked the doctor.
All right, there we go. We're
There
back. on
you
track.
go.
Let's go.
There we go.
All right. So you want to let's take care of those questions?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeffrey Breeze. Why do we suck? We just explained it like for an hour.
Yeah. Watch the
We've been
last 10
explaining it all
episodes.
season long.
Or the last
Also,
3 years of that.
What's the last 3 years, dude? For real? Oh my god.
Logan Jones has 2 comments. We are allowed to bring the handheld signs to the games, so let's make a big ass client out. At least
There
Cabral
has
and
to be
Costa
more.
won't hurt us next game.
You can bring an NYCFC championship sign, size banner to the game.
Turkey.
It says
Klein.
"Klein out."
Klein a la Verga. I mean, I think everybody's mad with Klein right now. Ryan Munoz. How do you feel about Gaston Brugman?
Oh
And
yeah.
is Aaron Ramsey a real possibility
You
to get?
know what? How do you say his name? I know Edgar knows how to say it.
Ooh, Gaston Brugman?
There you go.
Gaston?
Brugman.
It's Paraguayo, right? Or Uruguayo.
But that's how
Yeah.
like underwhelming that signing is. Like, as a podcast, we should be talking about these, but it's like, bro, slap in the fucking face. I understand. Actually, that even highlights more problems. That's the fucked up part, right? What happened with Aguirre, and I'm not bashing on Aguirre, right? But the fact that he started when Rusin couldn't go highlights more problems that we didn't even realize we have. I think the cam is the obvious one. We're like, oh shit, we actually don't have backup CDMs. So
Yeah, makes
yeah,
more sense
it's
now.
well, yeah, I know, but still, they're underwhelming. Like everything that's happening, the lack of rumors, super underwhelming.
Yeah.
What was the question again, though, about him? Sorry, review one more time.
Him or Ramsey.
Ramsey
Like,
was
what's the possibility of Aaron Ramsey?
Well, the first
Gaston.
one, Gaston is, I think it's already pretty much done. Ramsey, why would you? It's just another fucking
Stuff.
poster type, yeah. deal.
That does it for the questions. Thank you to you guys who submitted. These are awesome. All right,
What else we got?
Go.
going on, guys?
let's go get ready for Vegas. Fuck this
Yeah.
shit.
All right, cool.
You know what's sad? At this point, Dybala is actually officially a free agent, and instead we're talking about what's his name again? The guy from Uruguay,
Gaston.
Gaston
the guy
Brugman,
the
whatever.
guy from Beauty and the Beast.
There you go. That's a good one.
He would challenge you to do fucking push-ups for every game,
There
right?
you go.
Gotta beat
Dude,
me.
we have like
Fuck
a
you.
young audience over here. I think that knows how to use the internet. They're not gonna understand that joke. But anyways,
But yeah, Google.
Es pinches viejos ya todos a la chingada. Le damos
Fuck
al
that,
Galaxy.
dude.
Le damos al Galaxy, güey.
With a positive note, though, we can't leave with a positive note.
We can't?
Can.
Oh.
You know what? There is one positive, and that's that Dion Jovovich actually joined Twitter. And on that
yes.
first day, right? It just sucks that Wednesday was his first day on Twitter, but after the game, he was handing out likes like fucking Oprah was handing out gifts. Right?
Let's
He
go.
was like, people were all like, tweeting like, "Oh shit, he liked my tweet." He mentioned me. So
Jovovich
good
is a
for
fan
him.
favorite.
He was trying to figure out how to use Twitter. Like, oh wait, what button am I supposed to press? Like,
But that's a wonderful thing, One
I mean,
thing
he's of age. I'm surprised because he's of age. He's the age of TikTok, right? Like, he would be
well,
a
he's
TikTok
on
person.
Instagram. He's already on Instagram, and he's always posting like little videos here and there. But he for some reason he wasn't on Twitter. I think Twitter demands that you're like more involved, right?
They
'Cause you gotta
demands
tweet
you being
constantly.
older.
Pretty much. So
Damn.
yeah, because what Twitter started when Twitter's beta was when I was in high school because I was in the beta in 12th grade, and as soon as I graduated high school, it went public, like it went live.
All right,
Live.
let's
I remember that shit.
let's end
I'm
this
old.
on Twitter.
let's end this on a fun note, all right, guys. And I apologize
Go.
if you're not a nerd like us on the chat or even listening to this later. So Brian
We're old,
loves
guys.
Brian loves this guy. Let's imagine that Dejan Joveljic is the one, right? He's a tribal chief.
Tribal chief, baby.
Who in the Galaxy
Neil?
squad? In the Galaxy squad is winning Money in the Bank?
Who in the Galaxy squad wins Money in the Bank?
Yeah.
Fucking Sega Coulibaly, dude. He'll kill
Williams.
Oh,
Right there,
Williams has
is
already
another one.
broken a leg.
Well, you know who's not gonna win? It's not gonna be Bond because when he gets up high.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, you know who's gonna win, dude? And when we least expected, fucking Cabral.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna wrap his noodle leg around someone's throat.
Oh shit!
He got a red card. He can't play.
Everybody.
Aw.
No sabe jugar.
I'm gonna give it
Another
to Edward.
positive.
I'm gonna give it to Edwards, bro. Like everyone's gonna be fighting for it. And he just uses all that energy to run
He's
on
just
top of
gonna run?
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chewie's
But you know-
birthday is in less than an hour, or an
But you-
hour and 15.
Yeah, but you know what though? Edwards fails to cash in because he can't finish.
Yeah,
and
can't finish.
a Joveljic, bro.
You know what? We gotta thank everybody that's still up with us at this hour.
Yeah,
So
let's
fuck you.
wrap it up.
If you're still here,
Wrap
thank
it
you
up.
so
Yeah,
much.
yeah. That's the last question I had. I just wanted to end on a fun note. Thank you everyone for watching live. If you're on the live stream, if you're listening to this later on any of our or any of the streaming platforms, we appreciate you guys listening. Make sure to join the live chat. It gets fun. Talk shit. Everyone joins in and chimes in. Nobody's picked the Money in the Bank winner, by the way. Who fucking nerds?
Donfredo, yes.
Told you.
Donfredo, your last question. Yeah, we'll be there
Oh yeah, we'll be in.
Damn it.
We'll be in
for
Vegas.
Money in the Bank.
Yes.
On
We'll
Chewy's
be there
birth-
with Costa and Money in the Bank.
And Chewy's birthday. Chewy, happy early birthday again. You'll be 21
One
in
more
about
hour.
an hour, bro. Congrats.
22. I was 21 last year.
True.
If you want to find me in any social medias, you can find me as Eddie Nags. Brian.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as Eddie Nags. Maybe soon on PS5.
Wait.
Play
Say
some
that,
FIFA.
say that again. You heard it, right, Chewy? Say it again.
Yeah, I heard it.
That was awesome.
I'm Eddie Nags now.
Yeah, that
man.
was awesome. That was
Eddie
awesome.
Nags now.
You wish, puppy.
Shit.
It's actually Bryant Nags. My bad.
Mhm.
I'm tired of this shit. PS5. Soon. Let's go, Edgar.
You can find me on Twitter as Eddie Nags. You can find me on Twitter as Edgar Nags. And I just want to say one more thing on fact. Yeah, Joveljic can hear sign language.
Oh,
Nice.
better.
Anyway,
Nice.
have a good night, y'all.
Chewy,
Take it
take us
in.
home.
Oh shit. You guys can find me as Laura Leon Real at Twitter. No, you guys can find me as Chavez JA on all my social media. Pretty much the easiest way to find me. I haven't posted much recently. Puro pinche bebida. Because yeah. And it's gonna be more alcohol for the weekend.
There you go. Thank you again, everyone. I usually sign out by saying everyone's name, but it's not about us today. For Chewy, happy birthday, Chewy. We're gonna get up out of here. Till next time,
asshole.
keep on nagging.
Paul nagging.
Cheers, baby.
Keep on nagging.